One of the biggest things people have a problem with is forgiveness. I had a major problem with that. I was talking to a friend of mine today, Gabrielle Ellers, and she gave me some deep stuff to think about forgiveness. And I couldn't forgive, although I wanted people to forgive me. That was very cocky of me, very arrogant, very narcissistic of me. Wanted to be forgiven, but I didn't want to forgive anybody else, right? I didn't want to extend that olive branch or that grace to them. And so I didn't do it until I went into therapy. And she said, Leon, today we're going to talk about forgiveness. And I was like, nah, I ain't forgiving nobody, No. But she said, do you want people to forgive you? And I thought, and I was right, like, I do. And so I had to extend that to my perpetrators. I had to extend that to people that hurt me. But they taught me how to hurt others directly and indirectly. And that's what consumed me. My evil, I couldn't even feel my own heart. I didn't recognize my own heart. And Gabrielle told me these things today. And she also taught me some things about the Bible. I'm working on the Bible, right? I have a lot of issues. I'm working on them. I'm getting a lot better. People think that when you go into therapy, that's it. It's over with. You're good to go. No, you got to go now. Face the people you hurt, the people you discarded, the people you love bombed, the people you gave the silent treatment to, including my kids. Now, after therapy, you got to go act and perform. And no, you have to be genuine about it. You have to be honest about it. And so I tell people, just because somebody goes into therapy and they come out, don't mean that they're okay. They're not. You have to activate what you learned in therapy. You have to put it to use, great use. And so forgiveness, I break the word down, forgiveness. And I got my notes here. The four is for you. For you. When you forgive somebody that hurt you, that put you down, that divorced you, that left you, that beat you up, that talked about you, that called you names, the forgiveness is for you to have the strength to say, okay, I forgive you. And so in my case, I had female friends and my ex that said, Leon, I forgive you. And first I was like, the hell you forgive me for? I was like offended, like forgiving me, I'll forgive you, I want to go back and forth, but they were right in forgiving me. And I didn't understand that. That's more powerful than me being angry and abusive and all that other stuff and cheating. They forgave me. It takes power to forgive somebody that hurt you. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of acknowledging, and that person that they have issues, they're dysfunctional, they're broken, they're wrong. And I was that guy, so forgiveness is for you. The give part, to give you clarity, to give you awareness, to give you freedom, to give you the strength to let go, to push that person out of your life, out of your spirit, out of your soul, to give you a time to rest and reflect. And the nest, N-E-S-S, is to, it's a state of condition, quality, that you want to be in, so the forgiveness for you, to give yourself clarity, awareness, wherewithal, peace of mind, and then a state, a quality, a condition of being able to forgive that person. If you don't forgive me, you're not going to forget me. If you don't forgive me, you're not going to detach yourself from me. And I'm not asking people to forgive me, but this is the lesson that I learned from Gabrielle and my therapist. I was in therapy in 2014, and when she said forgiveness, I was like, nah, it ain't gonna happen, little lady. A little 4'11" 110-pound white lady, right? And so I have a lot of love and respect for her now. But when I walked into therapy, walking at smelling like smoke and chewing on straws and toothpicks, and just wasn't ready. So people think that you go through therapy and you didn't end there for a week or a few months. It takes a long time. So you have to accept your role in the pain that you inflicted on other people, And so if you are still angry with a Leon and you can't forgive them, you are anchored in their mess. You're anchored in their dysfunction. You wake up thinking about them, mad, pissed off. You go to bed thinking about them, mad, pissed off. You anchored solid in that other person's dysfunction that's ruining you and your life and your mindset and your health. So forgiveness is what I learned, one of the things I learned in therapy. And I had a great talk today with Gabriella. And so forgiveness, God is in the business of forgiving. And so even if you're not close to God, if you're working towards being close to God, and I don't preach, I don't go to church, I'm understanding the Bible more, I'm around healthy people, and I'm looking for a good church to go to. But If you don't understand that, if you don't want to get closer to God or your spirituality, the forgiveness part is going to be non-existent. So it takes you and it takes God and other people praying for you to be able to forgive someone that almost destroyed your life totally. So yeah, forgiveness, it's not just a word, it's an action. It's a reaction. It's an embodiment. All right, y'all have a great day.